Hi, everybody. It's Marcus again, and today I'm sitting on the laptop via Zoom with the person whose name is on everybody's lips in Adelaide, Seann Miley Moore. Hey, Seann, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm loving this gorgeous meow moment. You're looking fabulous. Blondes have more fun, right?
Oh, they say that. They say that. It's all merging into my plants at the moment. This is welcome to my jungle room.
I love it. We're giving Tarzan realness.
And I love you sitting in front of the media wall at Miss Saigon there.
I know, I had to put it up. Why not? We are representing Miss Saigon. We're here in Adelaide, and yeah, opening night was last week. I hope you enjoy it. I saw your gorgeous comments, so thank you so much. Black Panther on Heat.
Oh my
Meow.
God. I said that. Yeah, opening night was stunning. I mean, the reviews my review it's just glowing, but I mean, there were a bundle of reviews that have just raved about the show. Of course, you're in town for Miss Saigon. It is playing until the 28th of January. Are you having fun in Adelaide, and how is the show going?
Wow. Well, this is our last stop for our Australian leg. So we opened at the iconic Sydney Opera House. We played Melbourne, and now we're in the heat of the Adelaide summer. So it's actually works really perfect because the first lyrics are in the show are "The heat is on in Saigon." That's the first number that we sing. So it's hot, baby.
Oh, Sean, you bring the heat. Hey, let's get back on Saigon in a minute, but let's just,
Yeah.
for those of you people watching that don't know about Seann Miley Moore, let me just fill you in a little bit because you haven't been watching. The voice singing the prayer, outstanding. You
Thank
headlined
you.
Sydney Gay Pride in 2023, just last year. I can't believe last year is last year already. That's a whirlwind away. But I mean, not only that, you performed in everywhere. The London Gay Pride, the New York Gay Pride, all over the Amsterdam, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the freaking highlights was the X Factor UK, which you moved back to London for, singing
Yes.
Queen's "The Show Must Go On." Well, freaking done. That was amazing. How was that time in your life?
Thank you. I mean, wow. Well, I booked a one-way ticket to go for my dreams, and I was like, I'm gonna perform at Wembley Stadium. And through the X Factor experience, I got to perform at Wembley Stadium, singing "The Show Must Go On." This is the first song that kind of put me on the map. And Simon Cowell was like, this kid's a star. But I think it was amazing to sing that song because I'm singing one of our gorgeous queer brothers, Freddie Mercury, which was fabulous. And then I got to sing Life on Mars by Bowie on the X Factor tour, which brought me all around the UK, which was amazing. So to sing these queer heroes of mine, I got to just channel them through me and, give you queer excellence on UK stages at a time when especially on those TV shows, queer people were often the novelty actor, like the funny girl. But to go out there and be like, no, I'm up here in my heels, my skirt, and singing these killer songs, it was showing that no, this is what queer excellence looks like.
Quite right. Now, Seann, your career is quite diverse. You are also a fashion and beauty ambassador for various magazines and publications online, etc. Not only Vogue, but a plethora of them. But someone that you've done some work with is Jean-Paul Gaultier. How was that experience?
Yes, I'm in one of the designs today.
That's why I picked the name, babe.
No, yes, Jean-Paul Gaultier is amazing queer designer and advocate. And I was part of their campaign Get Used to It over Pride for Sydney Mardi Gras. So it's amazing team. And actually I use one of their Pride bottles here. Hopefully you can see it. It goes in and out, but it's kind of I spray it every time I go on stage. So it gives me a bit of je ne sais quoi and making me smell pretty lovely. Everyone's like, what are you wearing on stage? I'm like, it's sweat.
Panther vibe.
Yes, yes.
Um,
No, I mean, fashion is, oh yeah. What was that?
no, go
No,
on.
I was just saying, fashion to me is genderless. It's fun to experiment and wear what you want, and you know it shouldn't have a label. Do you know what I mean? So I feel fierce in a red lip and a long dress and heels, and that makes me feel powerful. So anyone out there, really just have fun with fashion and don't be afraid. It's a playground.
What inspires some of your looks? Is it coming from inside, that inner child, or is it what you see in the world, what you see in the pages of the mags, etc.?
Wow. Well, as I always fashion and clothes is joyful to me. So I just kind of, what makes me feel sexy and happy and sunny, and that's what fashion's all about. So whatever is there in front of me, I'll just like have a play and not be afraid, you know? Yeah.
Look, you are a unique trailblazer. What so far do you reckon would be one of your proudest moments in your life?
It always comes back to that first moment on Show Must Go On, singing Freddie Mercury in front of Simon Cowell and Rita Ora. And that was kind of a turning point in my life where I went, people sort of want me to act a certain way, be a certain way, and especially in the industry, it's funny bumping into agents now who have come to the show and kind of being like, wow, like, look at you now. But I always remember them going like, we can't have you on the books if you're this certain way, but I went, you know what, no, I'm going to do me. And that's what it's all about, staying true to yourself. And the road has been tough. I constantly have to fight because I've always been the person who has been different, but it's now exciting that queerness has been celebrated in media and people are taking chances on people like us. So that's the exciting thing. So I mean, I guess that Show Must Go On was a pivotal moment because I went, whatever you want me to be, no, I'm going to book a one-way ticket and show you how it's done. And I did it on the biggest stage that is X Factor. And look at me now. I'm the star in Miss Saigon. Fabulous.
You've become really quite the unique role model, I guess, for a lot of people, including the young LGBTQUI kids. How does that role fit with you?
Well, I never sort of asked for that. I didn't really have that beacon of support, coming through the industry. But I guess it was through icons as David Bowie and Freddie Mercury, and singing those songs really gave me the power to fulfill my destiny. But also in regards to other theater characters. So I played Angel in Rent at the Sydney Opera House, but it's theater beacons such as Angel Dumont Chouinard, who had such a joy of their life, and they were kind of queer heroes as well. So yeah. I mean, I kind of, I'm not asking for it, but to be seen as that's my purpose, to be up there giving you big Slasian energy, giving you queer excellence on fabulous stages, and also stages that are giving you gorgeous budget, honey. It looks rich out there. So that's what we need, and that's what we deserve.
Let's just say, Seann, you woke up this morning in a bad vibe for whatever reason. What motivates you to get out of bed and have an amazing day, turn it all around?
Oh, gosh. Well, I know that I can go for a little swim at the beach, honey. I always love the beach. The ocean just keeps me at peace. But I don't really wake up in a bad mood. A good coffee and a bit of RuPaul's Drag Race just gets me back in the mood. We were watching it this morning, so I was like, yes, God, yes, Mom.
What's the best piece of advice do you think you could give a young person going through a lot of struggles with their identity and their uniqueness?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's I always say be you, because that is be beautiful. And that's the main thing, is staying true to yourself. And also it's amazing in the time we have now. We have such great community access online, for you to feel belonged and have a family. And that's the great thing. What would your advice be as well?
Anyone that's grown up with, a slight difference, that lives in a minority, has always been through some kind of a hurdle. I don't mind who that is. It could be gender, could be sexuality, could be race, religion, or anyone that's been belonging to a minority, suffers some form of hurt in their life. Endure it, because it gets better.
It does. Like, still being in this game here, like I feel I have to endure even more. And it's crazy to talk about all the things that I have done. And there's a reason why I've sort of had to go through all these little places, because, I couldn't, people would have been like, no, that's just maybe too much, even though it's so great to have those moments. And people go, well, you should be, at a level here, but it's like, I've been fighting for it, because, me walking around like this is still seen like, oh my God, what the fuck? And it's great that I'm on these stages giving that. I just hope, we can continue to be on these main stages, not just being in a show that is an Asian musical, because, we have that fight and talent to keep going. But yeah, as you say, it is the endurance, and we will keep on doing our thing,
Let's get on to Miss Saigon. You played the
Yes.
role of the engineer, who pretty much,
Yes.
the engineer is on stage, all eyes are on them. 100%, hands down.
Oh,
Let's be honest. How do you define your role as the engineer? Who is the character?
wow. Yes. Well, the gregarious showman and bad boy of musical theater, the engineer, but I'd like to say it, the engine queer. So it's great how I'm bringing all the kind of the queer notions that is written in Miss Saigon out in all its glory, which is exciting. Cameron McIntosh says this role has never been played like how I have played it, and it's a complete revelation. So it's exciting to bring it to a new sort of age that, as I say, it's the engine queer. And God, I have such a hoot, because it is what a zinger of a role. And I'm actually bringing a lot of Seann Miley more into the role, and that's exciting. Yeah, spicy.
Speaking of that role, it's like, you were made for this role, let's be honest. I think the personality between Seann and the engineer is really not that different, right? Like you just said.
I'm gunning to play Sally Bowles in Cabaret. Honey, maybe this time. That's the role that I should be playing. It's great that I'm coming into this role and pioneering something new. So my eyes are set on things that really, and look how this role has turned out. And it's amazing to bring my energy into something that really, as I said, would have been canceled. Really, there's lots of controversy with Miss Saigon, so it's great to bring that queer touch and a new energy to the role. And it actually really works, because no one gives you a buzz like the engineer does. So it takes a certain type of person to play it. And it's exciting how Australian creators and Cameron McIntosh is really championing new people and new voices to bring a role to life, because this is very unheard of in musical theater, to really kind of change it up. But I think creatives should really listen to bring new people, new attitudes, new sexualities, new people of color into roles that have been played, a certain way all the time. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. And look, the leads are incredible, of course, yourself, but also we've got Abigail Adriano playing Kim,
Yes.
and of course Nick playing Chris, her lover.
Yeah.
And father of the child. What's it like playing with these incredible, that's 3 dynamic voices right there. How do you find working with those guys?
Yes, well, in the show, I go, me, Chris, and you, what a menage. We are a menage, the Holy Trinity, some people say, but you know, Abigail was born to play this role again, and I'm just gonna say it, she's the best Kim. She has claws and she really fights for what she has. There's a moment in the show when we are fleeing Vietnam and going on the boat to a better life. And she takes charge, and she is a woman. So the female power and pussy power is strong and unapologetic, and that's what we love. And speaking of gorgeous Nigel, who plays Chris, I mean, he's the best Chris as well. His voice just melts my heart. My God, I fall in love with his voice every night. I hope he can just sing those love ballads to me. Ah.
When the young Michael Nguyen Chen comes out as Tam, wow, dynamic. What a young performer. How have you found him?
Wow. Well, I mean, we have the cute Tams. We actually have 6 Tams, both girls and boys, but they've got all cut with the same haircut. So they're so cute. I mean, it's funny with the engineer because I kind of just treat them as a passport in my hand. So I just fling them around like a little handbag honey. But they are so adorable. And backstage, I actually just go into their room and I'm like, have you got crazy engineer some snacks? So they just feed me all their snacks. I probably shouldn't eat their snacks, but I'm like, give me some food, honey. They're so
Very
cute.
caring, Seann. Well, that's great. What an amazing chat. You're a lovely, lovely human, a good soul. What would your final message to Adelaide be to get out and see Miss Saigon before it finishes on January the 28th?
I know we have like literally a couple weeks to go. So Adelaide, I hope you're ready because Miss Saigon is in town, and I hope you're ready to feel all the heat. It's sizzling, honey, out there and inside this theater at Festival Theater.
Seann, you're a superstar. The reviews are all correct. Enjoy the rest of the run.
Love you. And let me know. We'll have a little cocktail out on the town or something. Give me a buzz.